What's up everybody, this is SirWooper and I'm bringing you an RU battle today on Pokémon Showdown again. Looking at my team, it's fairly, I don't know, standardish I guess for RU. I've got Steelix, which is my physically defensive wall with Rocks and Dragon Tail and stuff like that. 3 attacks I think actually, Dragon Tail, Gyro Ball and Earthquake. My Dust Noir is a specially defensive one with Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split and all that kind of good stuff. Swellow, obviously, gut set. I mean, it's really the only viable Swellow set, but it works out well, I think, in RU at least, because there's not a whole lot of Steel types, and that's really what Swellow doesn't like, is Steel and Rock types. I've got Erwin the Feraligatr, which is a really stupid set. I mean, I really need to put Waterfall on it, but it's like Swords Dance, Aqua Jet, and some other things. Then Natric Expert Belt and Sigilyph, which is a Life Orb Magic Guard. Looking at his team, he's got Nidoqueen, which is probably going to be his Rocks user. I mean, he doesn't look. I don't think he's got anything else that can use Rocks. Slowking could well be a specially defensive one. I mean, it would make a fairly decent core with Tangrowth as well. Tangrowth is obviously going to be physically defensive. I mean, that's taken as given. Drapion could be Toxic Spikes, could be Swords Dance. I'm not really sure at the moment. The fact that his Entei is probably banded because it doesn't look like he has any other hard physical hitters unless Drapion is Swords Dance set. And Galvantula could be Scarfed because I don't think there's anything else really on his team that should be Scarfed. So without further ado, or I say that, but in a few seconds, we shall start the battle and we'll see how it all works out. So yeah, I lead off with Steelix because I don't really care what he leads with. I can take anything because I have Steady and get my Rocks up, and the Rocks are really just important for Galvantula and Entei. I mean, they hit everything else as well, but just those two would be nice to have Rock Stamp on. So he goes out into his Campbell Soup, his Tangrowth, and I believe I just switch out into my Dusknoir. And here I decide I want to burn this thing because well, I don't know, most of them tend to carry Power Whip. I'm not sure, I can't remember if this one does. But yeah, he goes for Toxic, and I miss Will-O-Wisp, and I'm just like, well, where's the justice in that? You serious? It just, I don't know. I know Will-O-Wisp has lower accuracy, but still, not fair. Anyway, I go into Chain because I know I can take anything, and it turns out he is a physical attacking one. So the burn will be useful in terms of more than just residual damage. He goes to Sleep Powder, misses, which kind of makes up, I guess, for me missing Will-O-Wisp, and I just Dragon Tail him out into coverage, which is his Nidoqueen. And here, this Nidoqueen properly screwed me in the butt. Like, it took its Nidopenis and just annihilated me. Because I bring in my Life Orb Sigilyph, thinking he can't really do anything to me, but he sets up a sub, then T-bolts, and he's a Life Orb Sheer Force set. And with Nidoqueen moving down to RU, this set has become so viable, because it was completely outclassed really as a Sheer Force user in UU with Nidoking around, but in RU it's got a good niche for itself. Anyway, I just decided to go for the Aqua Jet, because why the hell not? I mean, if he stays in, good damage. If not, then I can just switch out into something afterwards. It really doesn't make a huge difference. I bring in Oracle, and this, I sped this up lots because it kind of gets sorely. Anyway, he goes for Power, I Will-O-Wisp him, hit him this turn, and I'm essentially just like trying to get this thing as low as I can. Oracle doesn't really have a whole lot of uses anymore. I mean, anything that Galvantula goes for, I have something that can counter it. So it's not a massive deal to keep Oracle around. So I'm just sort of sat here like pain splitting, letting him damage me, and he keeps on going for Sleep Powder, expecting me to switch out. And as soon as he started doing that, I decided there was no way on earth I was going to switch out on this, because I cannot afford to have anything asleep really on this team, because they all kind of work nicely against something else. I mean, I'm going to be left with Steelix and 3 of my attackers. Having already lost Sigilyph, that's not good, not fun. Anyway, he kills me off with a Power Whip, that takes him down very low with the burn. And I bring in Swellow. Just go for the Brave Bird, thinking if he switches, then damage is always going to be nice. If he doesn't, then I kill off Tangrowth. So it's really a win-win situation for me. He goes into the Bulse, which is his Drapion, and we're not going to find out what set it was, because he brings it in, gets hit with the Brave Bird, and then I just take it out with a Facade afterwards. I could have U-turned, I guess, but then that really doesn't serve any purpose. It was better just to kill him off, in my opinion, anyway. So Entei comes in, and this thing quite probably has extreme speed, and I didn't protect it, and that ends up coming in very handy later on. It makes a massive difference to how this game works out. The fact that I didn't protect is very important. So I bring in Chain, expecting him to go for the extreme speed, and he told me that he was very close to clicking Flare Blitz. Probably would have killed me. Not going to say it absolutely would have, because I don't know these things. But anyway, this turn I reckon he is going to go for the Flare Blitz just because he didn't last time, and it would seem like he would predict me to over-predict, possibly. So I just go into Erwin because I can take any hit from this thing, really. Unless, I don't know, he'd probably two-hit KO me with extreme speed, actually. But yeah, I predict him to switch out, no one to take an Aqua Jet, because I've shown him that I have it. And I just go for the Swords Dance, which allows me to then smack this Cannonball Soup with an Ice Punch. And that is lovely, because it actually takes it down. So Dusknoir did come in handy in just stalling it down to the point where I could kill it with Ice Punch. Now he brings in Dewcap, probably thinking that I only have Waterfall and Ice Slide, but Ice Punch. But I actually carry Rock Slide, because like I said, this is a really stupid Feraligatr set, and I need to sort it out and get it, turn it into a decent one. Because it's really very, very rare that it actually does anything useful. Here, I missed the first Rock Slide, but I flinch him the second time, so it all kind of works out in the end, really. And I get the two-hit KO with Rock Slide, which is basically what I wanted, because that thing out of the way is nice. Now what he's got left is Galvantula, Entei, and Nidoqueen, and I'm going to have to play around these really quite carefully. So he brings in Galvantula, I switch out into Chain, expecting probably a Volt Switch, but he just goes with Bug Buzz. Not sure why, possibly he predicted my switch into Manectric. But yeah, he Bug Buzzes again, and I believe I go for the Earthquake, expecting him to switch out, but he doesn't, and that's a real shame, because Earthquake would have hit anything else on his team hard. Now I know I need to save Steelix because he's still got that Entei, and if I can draw his Entei into using Extreme Speed, then I'm fine. I can handle his Nidoqueen as well. He goes for the Bug Buzz, crits my Manectric. Not really sure if that matters. I mean, Galvantula does have decent special attack, and it's stab, and Manectric's quite frail, and all that kind of thing. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much. I could have Flamethrowed him, but then it really wouldn't have caused a huge amount of problems. Anyway, he goes for Bug Buzz, and I just go for Facade to kill him off, not wanting to take any recoil from Brave Bird. Now, Poison brings me down to 18%. I know I can live one more Poison if I Protect, so I go for that here. And after that, I can Protect. Then I'll see what he locked himself into. If he locked himself into Flare Blitz, I can kill him off. If he locks himself into Extreme Speed, I can go into Steelix. If he Flare Blitzes, I've lost, basically, because his Nidoqueen can kill off my Steelix. But he does go for the Extreme Speed, and I go into Chain, knowing I can take two of these, just very, very barely. So he does that, and I believe I just go for the Earthquake, or maybe the Dragon Tail. That would be silly, but he goes for a Shoot Speed, obviously hits me. I mean, after Leftovers I can take another one anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I believe I do just kill him off with the Dragon Tail this turn. Yep, that looks like the Dragon... Yeah, there we go, Dragon Tail animation. Sorry for a bit of lag there. But yep, so Entei dies, Vesuvius is down, the mountain's not going to be erupting anymore, and in comes Coverage, and I know I can kill him with a Facade, because he's not a bulky set. So I just go for the Earthquake, expecting him to go for Earth Power and just kill me off. But he doesn't do that. And I think he goes for Flamethrower this turn. I guess possibly expecting me to switch into Swellow. But there's really no point in me doing that. I might as well just fodder off Chain and bring in Swellow, bring in Robin, and just Facade the shit out of this Nidoqueen. And that is good game. It was a good game, BigBlue. It was very, very close indeed. Had a lot of fun. I'm going to leave his channel in the description. Go and check him out. I believe he does Pokemon Online and Showdown things as well. And yeah, I'll see you all when I next upload. Bye-bye.